Hello, hi. This evening, as promised, I want to show you the videos of orbs on that were caught on my Ring camera, and also a video that my daughter took in her house. She had an indoor camera and just happened to notice that it captured some interesting orbs as well. So you'll get to see that. And the first video is the orbs, and I play that like 3 times all together, and also show you a video of cars going by so you can see the difference of car lights and the orbs. And then also I want you to notice in those orbs that on the porch there's an animal, I think a coyote that goes by, and maybe a little possum in some of those. So there are other things happening. But I did want to show you and tell you about angel orbs, which is what I think that this was. And the reason that I think that is that in the original video, first of all, it was a yellow color and it's giving off light. And you can see a face, lightly see a face within it. And as it comes into view, it's sort of peeking to me, and it reminds me of a little fish. And it's kind of like, hey, hi, I'm over here. Do you see me? And it's not, unfortunately, my camera, I think, only shoots for about 7 seconds, maybe 10. So that's all that is. But we did slow it down and make it larger. And we also, there's a leaf witch. I had some plants outside in the summer and they grow like crazy, and what the leaves turned into a face, and it looks, my daughter calls it a witch, so we'll say it as a witch face. And then I'm going to show you another video that just happened the other day, and it's a little kitty that I feed all the animals in the area, all the stray cats, and as I can catch them, I will bring them in and make them part of my house, especially now because it's getting close to winter time and I don't want to see them in the snow. But this little kitty, this white kitty, has eaten and is sitting on the porch, and this guy walks by with a dog, and you can see in the video that even though you can see everything else perfectly, he walks past, and as he crosses over my driveway and is walking down the sidewalk, he starts to disappear. And to me, when I look at the video, I see him start to cut across the grass to go, it looks like to me that he's going out wants to go out into the street, but he and the dog actually disappear. And so I will leave that up to your imagination or whatever you think, but I certainly have not seen anything like that before. I am going to start studying especially those nighttime videos all around the edges to see what else I've missed. But I did want to read you about angel orbs. I looked this up. It's on a website called Learn Religions, and the article is, "What are angel orbs?" Orbs, spheres of light that are either white or feature different colors, sometimes show up in digital photographs or are seen in person by people who wonder if these gloriously beautiful lights represent the presence of angels with them. That may be so, according to some beliefs, since angels travel to the earthly dimension through light rays. They sometimes use orbs as vehicles for their energy to travel within. Many people find comfort and sense of divine presence when they encounter these mysterious orbs. Like me, I see this, and I'll tell you on the other side of this video about one other time that I saw orbs in my life, in person, not on camera. But I don't have video of it because it was in 1981 and we did not have video cameras back then. Orbs are electromagnetic energy fields that contain angelic energy, which appears to humans in the form of light. Angels sometimes use orbs as their vehicles, as we would use a car or to travel from place to place, because the orbs are an especially good shape for angelic energy. Since orbs have no corners to restrict energy flow, they can be efficient spirit vehicles. Also, circular shapes like orbs represent eternity, wholeness, unity, unity spiritually, and all concepts that directly relate to angelic missions. So I hope you enjoy the videos, and I promise if I see anything more like that, I will let you know. And on the other side of the videos, I'm going to tell you the story, short story, of the angel orbs that I saw in 1981. So enjoy, and I will see you on the other side. Thanks. So here we have what I'm calling an angel orb. I looked this up online, and it is consistent with such things. You can see bugs flying by, so you see what they look like. You can see a street light. You can see a car going by, so you know that it's not, this is another video, so you can see that it's not a car light. This is what car lights look like when they go by. And this now is the angel orb in slow motion. It has light shining off of it. The original video was much more yellow. And you can see a face in the orb, which is another hallmark of a true orb. And I want to call it she. See the little bug going by out to the right? And I think that she seems to be wanting attention. She seems to be knowing that that camera's on and that it will be seen at some point. Of course, I didn't see it at the time. It wasn't until the next day. There goes that little bug from right camera to left. And then here is a leaf witch face that appeared from the leaves growing off the side of the porch there. And a little raccoon down below. And then there's a close-up of the witch face. And then we have a white cat in the left-hand corner and a passerby with a dog. And you watch this guy and he simply disappears. There he is again. He has a dog, you can almost see there. He looks to me as though he's cutting across the lawn to get to the road. And this is my daughter's house. She's on the couch on the right-hand side. Her little black cat is on the ottoman. That flash of light was her cell phone. And obviously, they have cameras in their house. And you just see to the right there is an oval orb. And we're going to show that to you in slow motion. Look to the right here. Do you see that orb come off? And it comes out of the wall and it has a trail on it as it goes off camera. And also there are no cars going by, so there aren't car lights. There it is again, to the right. Another orb going up on the right from her. Flash of her camera, her phone, I mean. And then up, look at there's an orb on the left that goes up to the ceiling, and I think you'll see one come down from the ceiling on that side as well. My sister-in-law, many years ago, had a friend named Sue. And this was, gosh, 1985, 1990, somewhere in there. And one New Year's Eve, my sister-in-law took a photograph of her friend Sue sitting in a chair. Now, back then we had cameras and rolls of camera film, and you took a photograph and you took it in and you had it developed, and then you got photos, printed photos back. So this picture of Sue came back, and you could see the top of Sue. You could even see her arms and maybe some of her sides, but she was sitting in a little metal ice cream parlor chair that had a kind of a metal wire back. And the reason that I know this is that you could see through Sue. Her midsection had disappeared, and you could see the chair that she was, you could see the front of the chair that she was sitting in, as though she was not there. And later that year, surprisingly, Sue died. So that made that photograph seem even more important than it was before. It was almost as though Sue was between two worlds, and so she wasn't solid enough to be just in this world. She was maybe transitioning almost. She wasn't in, I mean, she was fine in the photograph and was fine after the photograph was taken. It wasn't that, but not too long after that, she died rather suddenly. My daughter reminded me of that, and she said about this guy that's walking down the street, and as he walks off towards the street, veers off to the left, he's disappearing. And she said, I'm kind of worried about that guy, because it's as though he's maybe in that transition like Sue was. And this guy had on, as you can see in the thing, he had on a hoodie. I have no idea who that was. I've never seen him or the dog before, and I will look in the future to see if I see him again, but I thought that was really interesting. And then the other thing was that in 1981, I had an experience where I was trying to go to sleep one night, and they were 3 or 4 inches in diameter. These beautiful little gold balls of light appeared up by the ceiling, and they sort of bounced around, and this went on for minutes. And I'm just laying there in bed watching these little golden balls, and I was not concerned, or I wasn't scared. I was curious. I don't know why they were there or what that all meant. As usual, these things happen all the time in my life, and I'm always left. Sometimes I find out later, and there have been instances where I understand things way afterwards, because I get more information, and okay, all right, now I understand what that was. But these beautiful little golden orbs were just bouncing all over the ceiling, bouncing down to the top of the clothes closet, going back up, and just kind of almost like a beautiful little dance. And I don't know why they were there to this day. I don't know why they were there. But that was the other time in person that I saw those orbs, which is different. The orbs that I was seeing were perfectly round, where this orb that was trying to get my attention outside was more of an oval shape, and it had light shining out of it, which is very unusual, and also almost you could almost see a face in it. And in the video, we're in my daughter's house. Especially there are several orbs that you can see, but the one on the right seems to come out of the wall, and as it leaves the frame, you can see a little tail on it, and it sparkles. So that was probably an angel orb too. But these, I mean, it's amazing that we have these cameras now and we can see all that stuff, don't you think? I'm going to be doing another video, and this one will be about spirits that I met in Ecuador when I was there. I went on 2 trips, and then we moved to Ecuador. So I will tell you more about that as well. But have a good evening, and God bless.